Hey guys, I'm gonna show you how to make easy Thanksgiving sides for your next potluck. And today we have a special guest. We're gonna make mashed potatoes, creamed corn, spinach and mushroom, and pumpkin pie. Go shop at your local Ollie's. I'll tell you, you won't regret it. Look at these prices, right? I'm talking Yellow Jack, $2.99. Look at that price. So we're in the can section. I'm gonna get some whole kernel corn and also some sweet corn cream style. So I'm only gonna add a little bit of this. It's gonna kind of be my little cheater. The only difference between this and another cream corn is there's a modified starch in there, aka something to help bind it together. So if your cream corn is too loose, a couple of these will really help get nice and thick. Look at these prices. Look at these prices, dude. 49 cents, are you kidding me? 61 cents. Albertsons, Ralph's, easily $1.52. This is a steal. Some frozen spinach over here. It's only $2 a bag. And so we're gonna get frozen spinach and fresh spinach, and it's gonna create a really nice consistency in our cream spinach and mushroom dip. We're gonna grab some fresh spinach as well.
My chef senses are tingling. No. You want to grab this spinach right here. You got to pay attention to the box, John.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Chef Team. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm gonna get 3 blocks of cream cheese for our cream cheese pumpkin pie. So now we're gonna get some canned pumpkin pie, and also to make it easy, we're just gonna buy one of these pre-made crust. Again, easy desserts. And these things are so cute, I just have to do them as well. So I found this hack at Aldi. If you buy one of their name brand stuff, right, their Aldi brand, you could return it and tell them that you didn't like it, and they'll give you their money back, and they'll give you something to try new. Aldi customer service at its finest. Home style lemonade from Nature's Nectar, only $2.19. Other places it's $3.99. And a sack of potatoes. All right, we're all gonna take a guess on how much all this was. I'm gonna guess $54.76.
I'm gonna go smooth $48.
Oof.
I'm gonna go 45.
45. No.
Bruh.
So like 68.
No. We're all off.
Or, what did I say, 54.87?
Is it 54?
Guys, need any bag? Any bag?
No thank you. Oh, no, never mind. I thought she was done.
65.34.
Damn.
All right, and now we're back in the kitchen, and we're gonna get started on our to make easy Thanksgiving potluck side dishes. So these are our ingredients for our mashed potatoes. We got russet potatoes, some heavy cream, butter, garlic powder, salt, pureed garlic, and some Parmesan cheese. So first, what we're gonna do is peel our potatoes. And so you don't necessarily really need to peel all of the skin, because some skin is nice, it has a little texture. Some people hate the skin, so really depends on you. Obviously people like using vegetable peelers, and I do too. I just didn't bring mine, so gotta go back to the olden times, the olden days. So this is actually the behind the scenes, what we have to deal with. This is our makeshift sink.
Yep.
Yeah, and then we dump this out and stuff. We're not in a restaurant, we're not in a home. We're actually in a warehouse.
Actually in a warehouse.
So for our mashed potatoes, you have to, it's cold water. You have to make sure you put cold water in for your mashed potatoes. Otherwise, they're gonna overcook too fast. You want them to start in cold water. Reason being is they all start cooking at the same time, right? If you put it in hot water, right, the outside is gonna cook really fast. I'm gonna add my salt, a good amount of it, about 2 tablespoons. Turn on my heat, and we're gonna wait for that to boil. And the secret trick is, usually I would put like Parmesan rinds in here, but a little bit of fresh Parmesan. And I know it sounds super weird, but essentially the water rehydrates the Parmesan, and that flavor goes inside the potato.
All right, guys, I'm back here to show you guys how to mash these potatoes. So now we got our potatoes out of the water. They're dry, cooked all the way through, nice and fork tender. We're using a ricer right now. We call it a ricer because you see all these small holes. The purpose of these small holes is to turn things into things that look like long grains of rice, short grains of rice. We're gonna put potatoes inside right here, a few at a time. We're gonna rice it all the way through. You get nice small pieces of potato. It's much easier than using a masher, and you're gonna get much finer potatoes. It's gonna lead to a smoother, creamier mash.
I'm just gonna put in knobs of butter as he goes because the butter's gonna melt and it looks really cool when I throw it in. Boom! Bam! Bam! Left-handed! I'm gonna sit on your right side. Go for it. And I'm gonna add the heavy cream. And I'm gonna start adding the Parmesan cheese, if I can find it. And then more Parmesan, Parmesan, everybody love Parmesan. And then, while it's hot, we're gonna just mix it really well. Super easy, super basic. Mashed potatoes. The only hard part is cutting the potatoes. We're gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper. Boom, 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 boom. I'll go a little fancy. Eric, can you hand me the white truffle oil, please? So we're using this as a finishing oil, just for aromatic. It's gonna be really cool. Just a tiny bit goes a long way. White truffle oil. So truffles are found by pigs. It used to be they used dogs to find the truffles, but what happened was the dogs kept eating them. Actually, the pigs kept eating them, so they started using dogs, which is really funny. And so they're usually in dark, damp forests in Europe, you know, like France and Spain and stuff like that. They're known to bring out the essence of flavors. It is, I believe it's part of the fungi family. That's why they grow where mushrooms also grow as well. And they're super expensive. The white truffles are usually more expensive than the black ones. They provide more aroma, better flavor. And so back to the mashed potatoes, right? So I'm seeing that, you know, it's still clumpy. I'm just gonna add more butter, more cream. Your answer is always butter and cream when it comes to mashed potatoes. Oh, it's too dry, butter, cream. Oh, it's too dry, butter, cream. That's pretty much it. All right, now for our cream spinach and mushroom dip. What we're gonna do is get some mushrooms. I have some shiitakes and some king trumpet mushrooms, fresh spinach and frozen spinach to get that nice consistency and texture, a little bit of red pepper to add a tiny bit of heat, some basic ass black pepper, heavy cream, chicken powder, so we're gonna add some, turn into a chicken broth, Parmesan cheese and some fresh garlic, and sour cream, and my secret ingredients, Dano seasoning. Pop, 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 baby. Pop, 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 pop. So I'm gonna add my oil. I'm gonna add a ton of garlic because everybody loves garlic. About 3 tablespoons right there. I'm gonna spread it around, cook it up. I wanna do this really quickly, not to burn. Just cooking a little bit of it. And from here, I'm gonna add my butter. And what we're gonna do is make a roux. So a roux is a mixture of fat and flour, and it's used to thicken sauces. So we're gonna let this simmer. I'm gonna go low heat. I'll just cook down a little bit. Right. Oh, that smells so good. All right, once our butter's melted, then I'm gonna start adding our flour. And you have to constantly stir the pan, constantly stir the pan. So with roux, there's different kinds, right? Depending on the color and the longer you cook. There's something called the blonde roux, which is for like lighter sauces that are more white and creamy. And then there's a brown roux, and then there's like a dark brown roux. In New Orleans, how they make their roux essentially is how they put their own spin on their own dishes. So there's some roux that require where you stir for 45 minutes, like non-stop, and just have to stand here, because it burns very, very, very quickly. All right, so we have our garlic butter. We're on low heat to make sure it doesn't burn. And then we're gonna add our flour. So the rule of thumb is equal parts flour to fat. Take this out real quick. And you don't want to add all at once. You kind of want to add in batches. So you want to kind of do a nice even coating. The less clumps, the better. And you have to add slowly. The reason why we have to cook this is because flour is actually raw, and you'll taste raw flour. And so you have to apply heat to take that flour, to take that flavor out. and cook it throughout. And eventually this turns into kind of like a paste. And once we get this paste, then we're ready to add our liquids. They're gonna add our seasoning, and then that'll be it. So as you can see, our roux is our flour is thickening up this paste where it's not easily spreading throughout. So just a couple more rounds of this and we should kind of get to that consistency we're looking for. All right, that should be it. All right, so here it kind of looks like shortbread cookies. And so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna turn up the heat. So we were on a low to medium low. And so as we turn up the heat, we're gonna wait for it a little bit. Then I'm gonna add my chicken stock. You know, we're cheaters. We're trying to make easy stuff happen, so we just use water and chicken powder. Okay, so we're slowly adding the liquid, incorporating it all, little by little. And I have my sous chef. What a beautiful hand.
Beautiful hands. And 4.
So as we're slowly incorporating the sauce, right, or the stock, right, we're seeing a nice smoother texture. Right now it's a little too thick. We'll probably add more stock, more water until it gets slightly smooth, where it could coat the back of your spoon, or almost coat the back of your spoon until we start adding the cream. That base flavor is gonna add to our sauce. And from here, sour cream. So using only heavy cream might be a little too much. Sour cream really lightens up the dish, makes it much easier to eat, and doesn't make you feel as heavy. Right? Heavy cream, sour cream. From here, we're gonna start seasoning it. Adding a little bit of salt, about 1.5 teaspoons. Remember actually probably more. Our Parmesan is gonna add some seasoning to it as well, some saltiness. Black pepper. Our Parmesan. We're gonna go heavy on the Parmesan because everybody loves that cheese. A little bit of red pepper flakes. Give it some heat. And a little bit of hot sauce. The tanginess is gonna cut into this. All right. So now we're just gonna incorporate everything together. Now I'm gonna taste for seasoning. And it's delicious. Oh yeah, I could get some more of that.
Yes, chef.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna go for a nice slice down the center. Break that in half. We'll cut that down the center as well. Notice I'm using the tip of my knife because the mushroom is curved and I can't really slice straight through. I'm gonna go for nice 3/4 cubes as I chop down. I'm using my knuckles as a guide to keep my fingers nice and safe.
Nice.
And then for these shiitake mushrooms, we're carefully just taking the bottom of the stems off. Cutting those into nice bite-sized pieces. I got a larger piece here, so I'm gonna cut that into 3 rather than 2.
Pan is smoking hot. We're gonna add our mushrooms. And add a bunch of salt. And our peppers. All right, so now I'm gonna add our mushrooms into our dip for our base. So look at that. It's like a nice chunky mushroom. Gonna add a bunch of greens in there. It's gonna be so good. Put this on top of bread. Eat this with your dry ass turkey. It's gonna be delicious. All right, so now we're gonna blanch some spinach. So we're just gonna put some spinach in some hot water for about 30 seconds to a minute, just to get that nice green color and wilt it down. And this is gonna go in our dip. So here we have our spinach. It's being drained on this cooling rack. And then after that, I'm just gonna squeeze a lot of the water out. We're gonna chop it up, add it to our frozen spinach, add it to our sauce, and then our spinach mushroom dip will be done. So I got my fresh spinach that I cooked, and I'm just gonna start cutting it up in small bite-sized pieces. So you want to kind of have it incorporate the entire sauce, so there's not essentially a large clump of spinach anywhere. It's just nice and even throughout the entire dish. I'm gonna wrap it in a towel, like so.
Wrap it.
Squeeze out all that liquid. So the key here is to just twist. Just keep twisting. You're eventually gonna take out as much liquid.
Yes.
Now, all that. This is three small boxes of spinach. This is also why we add our frozen spinach. And so here, I'm just gonna put it in the water to take the chill off of it. You know, already cooked, already chopped spinach. And so this, the amount of this compared to the amount here, right? They must have used a good amount, a good chunk. But you could also see the color difference of the frozen versus the fresh, right? The fresh adds a nice, super vibrant color, but sometimes it's a little too soft. And so you want these nice multiple textures. And our fresh spinach in. I just wanted it to be enough spinach where it tastes more like a vegetable than a cream dish. Now we added the frozen spinach. It's gonna give us a little more bite. I want it to be super green, right? So more green than white. Everything should be fully incorporated. And we also get to see these beautiful mushrooms as, you know, we're kind of seeing the soft spinach and we get nice bites of the mushroom. All right, here we are. Mushroom and spinach artichoke dip first bite. Someone give me some bread right now.
Some bread.
Super garlicky. You could taste that mushroom bite. The spinach is clean. The sauce is delicious. Let's go.
Yes. Here we go.
Bussin'.
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 Eric, get in there. Get in there. Let's know how much sugar's in that. Be honest.
Fabulous.
Fabulous.
The mushroom and everything. Actually really good.
All right, guys, so for our cream corn, we have some cream corn style corn and also the whole kernels fresh. Some more heavy cream, some sugar, and some paprika, a little bit of salt and pepper. Cream corn, one of the most favorite dishes of the entire Thanksgiving all the time. It's super easy to eat. Cream corn, super easy. Some butter, heavy cream. Add a decent amount of sugar. A little bit of salt. Stir it up and wait for it to melt. Cream is nice and hot. Added all that sugar, that butter. You get a sweet cream, nice velvety texture. And so first I'm gonna add these canned cream corns. And so what that does is it's gonna start thickening my heavy cream. And then so in one moment I'm gonna show you the ingredients. Right, so let's see. Ingredients: corn, water, sugar, modified cornstarch, salt. Right, easy as that. And so that modified cornstarch is going to help thicken this bad boy, and it's going to be the base of our cream corn sauce. So a really cool trick that would be nice to use, but I don't have the tools, is getting a canned corn and fresh corn. You cut the fresh corn and then you partially blend this canned corn, and so you get a mixture. When you actually get it, you get like a corn puree with pops of kernels in there, and I would think that's probably the best cream corn out there. So try it.
Chef.
Oh yeah.
The taste.
Well, that's really nice.
Yeah, that was genuine.
You should try some.
I'll give it a little.
It's so good.
Oh yeah.
For being
It's good.
so basic, right? Butter,
Yeah,
cream,
just
sugar,
butter.
Can't go
and a
wrong
little
with
bit of shit.
butter and
Alrighty.
sugar.
Because the corn is cold and this is warm, I want to make it till it gets hot. Then I add the cold, then it turns into warm, and we're gonna go right below hot to get it, essentially heated throughout. Let the milk, the sugar, the seasoned cream absorb inside the corn, and then we're gonna eat it. It's gonna be nice and creamy and delicious. Look at all this corn. These were 61 cents a pop. We got what, like 8 of them? It's like $7 worth of canned corn. I mean, come on, can't beat this.
It's corn.
It's corn! I'm gonna add my corn slowly. It's corn! Look at all that, it's gonna be so good. A big old knob, it has a juice, it has a juice. Let me tell you all about it. It's corn. I mean, look at this thing. I tried it with butter and everything changed. All right, so now our cream corn, the milk is very yellow, as you can see here. And essentially, because I'm gonna use this tomorrow, I'm gonna let it sit overnight and kind of let it rehydrate and soak all the rest of the corn. But it's super sweet, tasty. Has that nice corn milky texture. Yeah, so we're gonna let it cool in the fridge and it'll soak it all up and we'll see how it looks tomorrow. All right, and now we're gonna make our pumpkin cheesecake pie, right? We have our pre-made graham cracker filling pie, cute little tarts, heavy cream, cream cheese, vanilla, cinnamon, and where's my Bro, Eric, give me the marshmallows, dude. Give me the marshmallows. And marshmallows to top it all off. All right, so I'm melting some butter, right? And so this butter is gonna go with our pumpkin, vanilla extract, and some cinnamon, some hot butter. And then right here we have some cream cheese, and we're gonna add a little bit of heavy whipping cream to kind of loosen it up so that it's gonna be nice and smooth on the pie. And then after, we're gonna finish off with the little mini marshmallows, put it in the oven, and we should have our dessert, and it should be delicious. Canned pumpkin. We're gonna add some butter, a little bit of vanilla extract, and some cinnamon. And this is gonna be the topping. So how we're gonna do it is we have these pre-made graham cracker crusts. We're gonna add our cream cheese, a layer of the pumpkin puree mix, and then little dollops of cream cheese to be able to hold the marshmallows, bake it in the oven, and then we're done. Also, if you want to add brown sugar, that would be a good time as well. You know what, Jono, hook it up with the sugar. That was soft, dude. Try a little bit of it.
The taste.
More sugar.
More sugar. More sugar. Pour it in there. Pour it in there. The professional.
We're also gonna add more warm butter. Nice.
Nice, nice.
More. Yeah. I want to be sweet.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
We're getting there. You guys want to try? The flavors, it just needs to be a little mellowed out with the butter, but that cinnamon, vanilla is feeling good. All right, so while we're waiting for that butter to melt, I'm gonna start adding these dollops of our cream cheese whipped heavy cream mixture. All right, so right in the center. You don't want too much because nobody likes a thick pie. And then so from here, right, have a little mountain. I'm gonna spread it out. And as I'm spreading, I'm gonna be pulling in to not cover too much of the crust, but also spinning the plate itself. All right, so going back there. Spinning, till I cover the base of the pie. Alright, so now that I added butter to my pumpkin pie, cinnamon, and vanilla extract mixture, added a little bit of sugar, we're going to do the same thing. Plop it here. You know, feel free, you could get creative. You know, you could kind of like put dots and dots, or you could kind of keep it all flat. Gonna add a good amount of the sweet potato. Kind of just get an even layer on top of the cream cheese with the pumpkin. We'll do another tiny layer of each, just so that, you know, it looks really cool when we're cutting it into the pie. We're getting multiple layers so it's not all clumpy. Dollops, random dollops of our pumpkin pie. Small. And here, little dust. Actually, Eric, mini marshmallows! Where are they? Where's Eric? He's eating my marshmallows. Huh?
Nice. Hella. Too much. Let's get
Shut up.
with that burnt effect.
And there you have it. Easy pumpkin cream cheese pie with marshmallows. What the great part about this too is you could pretty much have it ready, close it, you don't have to do anything for a couple days. When you have your party, pop it in the oven, maybe even at the party itself. Boom, easy, done, super quick. And only costs a couple bucks.
Nice. Gonna pop it in the oven. Pie going in.
Pie going in. We're going 375 for about 15 minutes. We'll see where it goes. I'm putting it on the top
rack.
Top rack so that you get the nice little toastiness. I'm not really looking to cook the pie, right? It's just pumpkin and cream cheese. I think really no flour needs to be cooked. So I'm looking for that toastiness on the marshmallows, and then we'll know it's done. All right, I just took this out of the oven, and our marshmallows are nice and toasty. You can see it's kind of all bended together. That's pretty cool.
The next day.
So for the Thanksgiving dinner, we definitely wanted to add some protein. So we just went to Costco, got 3 rotisserie chickens, super delicious. We got a mini Thanksgiving dinner, some Costco rotisserie chicken, white truffle mac and cheese, some creamed corn, and some spinach and mushroom dip. And then we got a little bit of sweet potato or cream cheese pumpkin pie with marshmallows that we're gonna add here as well. And it's gonna be a delicious meal. We already ate it ourselves, tasted it. It's fantastic. So really excited to give them, you know, a delicious meal. It's hot. We made sure everything was super hot as we're packing all this stuff. And so, yeah, we're gonna give it out, and hopefully the people enjoy. So I'm a chef, and I wanted to make a Thanksgiving dinner, and so hello, my friend. How you doing? I have some food for you. I'm a chef, and this is kind of like a Thanksgiving dinner with a pumpkin pie. So it's chicken, mashed potato, cream corn, and spinach mushroom. Yeah, so it's gonna be really good. Pumpkin pie with marshmallow and cream cheese.
Awesome, man.
Frosting, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Take care, enjoy, man. You too, brother. Happy holidays. And that's our Thanksgiving special for 2022. If you liked it, thanks, and subscribe. Bye.